Can you imagine a world overrun with disease? I'm sure it isn't too difficult to visualize, considering our current circumstances. What if we were constantly locked down? Can you imagine always being in quarantine? I'm sure these ideas are shocking to you, but there are things we can do to prevent the spread of dangerous disease. The Task Force for Global Health is dedicated to preventing the spread of disease and ensuring happy and healthy lives all over the world. Without organizations like the Task Force for Global Health dedicated to keeping us safe, our lives could be worse than they have been over the past few months. According to the Public Health Informatics Institute, the Task Force for Global Health was founded in 1984 by Bill Fogarty, Carol Walters, and Bill Watson. Two were members of the CDC prior to the formation of the task force. Although the CDC is not a member of the coalition, many other well-known charities are. These include the World Health Organization, the World Bank, and UNICEF, among others. The task force is now the fourth largest nonprofit in the United States. They have founded many other nonprofits and continue education programs in their time. Now over 30 years old, the task force has been fighting for change for longer than most. My research across the internet will show that with the help of people like you, the Task Force for Global Health can continue to eliminate widespread disease and protect populations all over the world. The first step to solving a problem is addressing it. So firstly, let's look at how dangerous widespread disease can be. One of the main things the Task Force for Global Health fights against is the spread of NTDs, or neglected tropical diseases. According to a study from Porcine Health Management, one example of this is a respiratory disease stemming from swine that could be transmitted to humans. Many of us have never heard of this virus, and that is exactly the point. NTDs are diseases that typically only affect poor regions of the world, and therefore receive far less attention. If this disease were to spread out of control in Africa, it would continue to spread throughout the world if we are not careful. We have seen these same circumstances with COVID-19. Although these diseases are not deemed important because of the population they affect, it would be in our best interest as a population to ensure that they are taken care of just as diligently as other diseases. In fact, these NTDs affect over 149 countries, according to the World Health Organization. As you can see, these diseases are a growing problem that must be addressed. The Task Force for Global Health has a plan. The task force does not work alone. They utilize the best of the best to prevent disease. According to their website, coalitions and partnerships are the most important part of what they do. Also, according to their website, they are the secretariat for 12 different coalitions involving over 200 organizations. Having so many partners and references make it possible for the task force to have the most current research possible about the spread of disease. The task force also strives to use new and innovative technology for the purpose of curbing the spread of disease. New technology is applied to improve global health in the most innovative ways possible. Some of the innovations include new drugs and therapies that treat the diseases the task force is attempting to combat. Finally, the Task Force for Global Health is final mile oriented. Although their first task is childhood immunizations, this is not far enough for disease prevention. The final mile is different for every disease. For some, like polio, the final mile is getting rid of the disease completely. For others, however, the final mile is as simple as reducing the cases to an amount that healthcare workers can handle. The results of the Task Force for Global Health's efforts are undeniable. The task force strives toward and achieves the prevention of elimination of disease. According to their website, their efforts against intestinal worms have been extremely successful. An astounding 1 billion treatments have been supplied through 2025, and the disease is completely eliminated in 7 countries. Though this disease does not have much media coverage, the task force has saved millions of people from suffering. The Task Force for Global Health even aided in the complete eradication of polio. Since they launched the global eradication effort in 1988, cases have decreased by 99%. 1.5 million childhood deaths have been prevented through the eradication of this disease. The task force also provides vaccines, including the flu shot. The flu is constantly evolving, the most deadly, killing 50 million people. In an effort to avoid unnecessary death, the task force has provided more than 4 million vaccines in 14 different countries. The death rate of the flu has been brought down from 50 million to 80,000, due in part to the efforts of the task force. All of you here know how a pandemic can affect the world. Because of this, I ask you to do your part to prevent disease. You can assist in eliminating the world of disease by calling 404-371-0466 or visiting taskforce.org/donate. to donate and offer your aid today. The Task Force for Global Health can continue to eliminate widespread disease and protect populations all over the world, but only with your help.